Currently, this cult of media philosophy, the one of sex, drugs, and look at me, of glorifying the worst of the street and worship of money, idolatry, has taken a hold on our most precious commodity. Our children are slaves to that which we do not see. Man has upheld negativity while downgrading things like true love and honesty. This is what renders the soul unconsciously a sort of dying of the thing that makes us see. Countering intelligence of the mad scientist variety, invented by dark forces trying to grab a hold of you and me. Embrace the light. Do not go into that dark night. Armor and shield yourself for the righteous fight.
Due to explicit language, viewer discretion is
Episode of the
advised.
Slaves podcast, man. We on live now, man. I got everything worked out, brother. What's going on with you, man?
Not much, man.
Not much, man. This
No.
this is a special, another special fire episode of the Slaves podcast. This person right here is a very close and dear to my heart. I don't even know what else to say about you, man. I watched you grow up in front of my eyes, man, and you from a young man to a grown man. So let the people know who you are, man, and yeah, big yourself up, man.
Word. Yeah, that means a lot coming from you too, big bro. But damn, Jericho K1ngsmith. Don't really got much to say. I'm pretty humble, I'm just in my beginnings, starting to lay the groundwork for greatness to come. I got a lot of big dreams and ambitions, so you get an early view.
Got you. So what you got? What do you got going for yourself? What's your social websites like? How
Man,
people...
I'm sitting on oh yeah, for sure. I'm sitting on gold mines. You want to find good music? Go ahead and head to grindheadent.weebly.com. We got all types of stuff up there. Got podcasts coming. Got live streams, music videos, the whole deal. Animated music videos, singles from different artists and stuff, including myself in groups and even the man himself right here. So go ahead and check that out. Hit us up on Instagram at K1ngsmith. The I is one. So.
Facts. So you're a busy man.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up, man.
100%.
And it's a good thing to see, man. It's a good thing to see that you got your own grind, you got your own name, your own brand. Let's go ahead and get into the show, man. Being that you're a mixed, you of mixed race, I don't know what you mixed, right? You have I would think in reality, and just thinking that you would have to deal with prejudice on both ends of the spectrum, right?
Yeah.
Being black and being black and being white. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
You actually got to go through. So tell me what's that about, man? Tell me what's that like, man?
It's like, it's weird because I've thought more about it, and to me, my personal view on it is like, you can't if anyone, and this is pertaining to black prejudice against mixed individuals. We could talk about white prejudice all day. That's a whole different story, and I got personal stories with that I'll get into. But it's like, if you look at me and assign me as under white and that I'm not black or I'm not welcome to the culture, like a lot of people come at me, especially when I'm with music and shit. And even when I was at the protest for Black Lives Matter for George Floyd, getting told that I couldn't be protesting because I was like white, because I appear white. But to me, it's like, okay, if you look at me and knowing that I'm mixed, and I tell you that I'm mixed, but you still tell me I'm white, even though my father, my uncle, my grandmother, my great aunt, my great uncle, all dark skinned, like they all way darker than me, and they're still my family, they're my blood. You're acknowledging within yourself that it's only the skin color that makes us black people. Like it's way more than the skin color. It's the culture. It's the movement. It's our struggle for hundreds of years. It's how we overcome adversity and form into one out of nothing. When we didn't have shit 250 years ago, like there wasn't shit. But if you come and look at me and you're like, oh well, you can't be black. You're not black. Yada yada. Like it's like you're pushing me out of the group based on my skin color, which is prejudice in itself, which is the whole thing we've been trying to defeat.
You know, I feel like when it comes to black people being prejudiced, it it comes from years and years of being trained to think that's, you know, you know what I mean? Like if I'm out in the field and my family is out in the field, they don't realize that it was either a black woman out in the field or a black male out in the field that was dealing with the slave master or the slave owner. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So in actuality, it's a mental thing with us as far as like black people is concerned. So your black half, and this is not a joke or nothing. Your black half is prejudiced towards you. Like we have white supremacists, slavery, all the things that has been going on, genetically imprinted
Oh yeah.
into.
You say
So
like subliminal.
you know what I'm saying? It's bigger than it's a bigger scale than today's millennial looking at you, or like not even a millennial, or let's say an older traditional white supremacist racist person would look at you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when the white prejudice is like you're mixed with an inferior kind, right? And then the
Yeah.
black, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? The black people is like you're mixed with the uppity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
can't I can't even put into words how to even manage to deal with that. You see what I'm saying? Unless I was mixed. It's sort of like a white person, right? That is racist but don't know they're racist. Right? So I got a black friend. I got a black friend, right?
What?
Listen. I got a black friend, man.
Yeah.
They don't really deal with the shit that they black friend actually deals with on a daily basis, right?
Right.
So let's say something happened towards the black friend. Automatically, the white friend is gonna be like, "What did Andre do?" Or what did you know what I'm saying? And they're not gonna look at.
I
Oh
took.
man, they're not gonna look at. I'm telling you, they're not gonna look at their black friends or in their black friend's shoes because they don't realize exactly what the black person has to deal with on a daily basis. And it's the same with black people. Black people don't understand that white people don't see this shit. Like, yo, my nigga just got shot right there on the corner, B. And you know what we did?
Yeah.
We went to go play basketball like 2 hours after that. Like, right? If that happened in a white neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? So the prejudice, I'm just saying, the prejudice
Take a break.
is so much it's so deep into the American way of thinking that people don't even realize how prejudiced they are. So
Facts.
you having to be in the middle of it is like it takes a whole different type of strength. It takes a whole different type of strength. You know what I mean? Like I know.
Yeah, it's a whole different game.
Right. You see both sides. So
it's crazy because I think about like being in the middle, like and being torn apart on both sides. It's like I know for a fact that I got grandparents on my dad's side who were slaves, but then on my mom's side, it's almost a possibility. It's almost certain. There's no evidence, but it's like everything points to it that there were slave owners at some point. So it's like, how the fuck am I supposed to deal with that? Like, and it's like I can't solely identify with any one side of myself because that's just gonna knock the other side to the side. So it's like I have to forgive my white half, but then you know like it's weird. It's weird to
see. But the thing is,
even
I don't feel
try to process it.
All you can do is hold the people that you're surrounded accountable. You can't have that prejudice shit around you. Right? You can't.
Nah, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only thing that you can really do is.
Yeah, and that's exactly because off of what you were saying, like, that's like, it's so deeply ingrained that I don't blame anybody when, you know, they first meet me or come at me, like the dudes at the protest that was talking to me, like, I don't blame you. Like, yeah, you look at me and you think I'm white. But it's like I had that conversation. Like, I changed a few minds, like, when I let them know and try to put them on a higher, like how I said to you earlier, how it's like it's more than just our skin color that makes us a people. And it's like, even though I'm half white, I'm still with you. Like, I'm not against you. I'm like, we in the same boat here. So it's like people around me, it's like I had these conversations with them and then they understand. And it's like, for the most part, my homies, like they understand and they don't go against that shit. And then anyone who comes at me in that way persistently, like I just cut them off. I don't even deal with it.
That's good. And it's good to have your surroundings. Surround your people that is conscious is conscious of the fact that, you know what I'm saying, one of your friends is actually a Mexican, or one of your friends is actually, you know what I'm saying, Irish or Ethiopian, whatever have you. Be conscious of who you're dealing with and how you interacting with your friends. You know what I mean? Because like I said, it's one thing to not know. You know what I mean? It's one thing to be blind to shit, and there's one thing to turn away and act like you don't see shit. You see what I'm saying? And it's up to you to try to distinguish like like when to do that, you know what I mean? Or, you know, I know it's hard, man, and I can imagine because this is America and shit. So, you got a message. Tell the people a message or anything that you would like to tell the people or let them know, like.
Man.
Take your time, man. This is a show, man. It's a Slaves podcast. Shout out to the Slaves podcast, man. We on the rise, man. Shit is happening, man.
I would say, man, like this discussion is so old, and we as human beings have been going in a circle for so long.
Facts.
That it's like we just need to all work together to implant it in our minds and defeat that subconscious negativity that we all bleed red and we're all on the same big hurtling through space. Like there's just no point in this prejudice and hate anymore. And that shit just needs to go. It's time to go. It's old. It's 2020. We've been human civilization for way too long, and this is one of the main things holding us back. So, for sure.
That's a good message. That's a good message. Now, in your lifetime, do you think you'll see us as a people people would see us as a people and work with each other no matter what color. I wouldn't say act like they don't see
Yes.
color, but do see color and be conscious of what you're saying, how
Yes.
you know what I'm saying?
100%. I think by the end of my lifetime, prejudice is going to be like, it'll be pointless. It'll be meaningless. Like, because we've been held up on it for so long that it's just now got to a point where it's like our productive, like the technology that's coming out, the reforms, the legal reforms, the democratic process, despite U.S. politics this year, I'm talking globally. It's like the global consciousness is shifting towards more positivity, and that's I'm seeing that with my generation started to get tired of the shit that's been perpetuated for the past 40, 50 years since the civil rights movement, like the low-key Jim Crow that they started, the systemic racism that they putting through, and just stuff like that. And it's like, we getting tired of it. And then this is passing on to the next generation, like my little sister, like, when they come up, bro, like, there's going to be no time for this shit. Like, the baby boomers, the kids from the 1950s, like that generation will be almost all gone. Like, it'll be like we'll be the older ones, and we'll have the world in our hands. And it's just like I don't see it. I don't see prejudice with this younger generation. I see like just.
Did you like and subscribe, motherfucker? You sitting here watching? Like and subscribe, motherfucker.
The way things are reforming, the more open people are to other people and accepting, just especially in the United States, it's like it's leading the world in that. And it's like it's just evolving into something great.
I believe that too, but I think it's going to take, I don't know if I mean, you know, I'm a lot older. I wouldn't say a little older than you, but I'm a lot older than you. And I don't know if I'll be able to see that in my lifetime, but I do see a progress. I do see a shift. I do see that more black people and more white people are becoming aware of and talking about racism and white supremacy.
Facts.
Right? So now you don't have no excuse. You don't have an excuse. We all know since Trump, he revealed it all. Everything was revealed when Trump was in office, okay? We all know that, you know, there's racism. We all know this. We all know that there's a systematic oppression. We all know this.
Yeah,
what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? The only way is for each individual person to carry out their specific role in a grand scheme of what the hell we need to do. You see what I'm saying? So not one person have to worry about and put the whole world on their shoulders like, yo, man, but your single actions and the simple process that you take to get to express yourself, right? To express yourself, that's how you can start to change and how things can, you know, progress into change. Like, so like, I already know what type of person you are. You're a very conscious person. Like, for your age, actually. You know what I'm saying? And you kind of have to be that way. What are you doing within your parameters, within your circle, within your, you know what I'm saying, space? What are you doing to change it? Whether, you know, whether it be small or great. What are you doing to change it?
And that's really like, I'll really be doing exactly what you were saying, like being where I'm at. And this is why I never question like God's plan for people or just the way things end up, because it's like it's crazy that I was born on the other side of the country and just through miraculous shit, like I end up growing up Spring Lake Fayetteville area, and the type of person I am, which is what my life made me into, gives me the ability to pass knowledge on to people who are my age as if I was more wise. But it's like, it's not that I'm trying to imply ego or that I want to be more wise. It's just like I go through so much shit that it just provides me with all this knowledge, and then I pass it on to my people. So it's like, especially when I run into like dudes like it's this dude Terry that my sister used to know, used to come around, like he's like he was like 14, 15 when I met him, and he was already like selling hella weed. He wanted to buy a gun. He wanted to do all this shit. And I'm sitting there and I'm telling him every time I see him, like I'm just kicking knowledge, and I'm telling him like shit I've been through that I've seen. It's just like it's not cool and it's not where he wants to go. And I'm also speaking on his potential as a person because I'm trying to show him that it's like every human being can do like anything that they imagine is possible. So it's like I'm trying to put him on to more of like a peaceful, positive road. And it's like I'll have him like, yo, like sit down, let's freestyle, let's rap. Like, oh, you want to get in the studio, like, or like let's go do this, or like I'll put him on to like more positive music. I'll be like, yo, listen to this Nas, like instead of him walking around listening to shit that's like, you know, like
that's
the bullshit.
That's a good thing because he's gonna pick that up, and he's gonna help some like you helped him. He's gonna do that, and that's how that spreads. It's all one vibration.
Facts.
It's all a vibration.
That's
you know
the
what I'm
hope.
saying? You give out the good vibes, the vibes is gonna carry out. You know what I'm saying? You give
Yeah.
off bad vibes, and bad vibes is gonna carry out. You know what I mean? So I commend you on that. I commend you on that, and I think a lot of young kids nowadays, because it's a lot of them out there, they getting this money, and how you getting it is playing a role on society. You know what I mean? How they view us.
Facts.
How they view us. If I could get you to rap about killing and bitches and hoes and all that, then yes, I'm a get you to do that, and I'm gonna make money off you. But all
That's
the while
what they
you're
think.
destroying your people, right?
Exactly. That's my whole point, man. I hate that shit. I be trying to tell people that, but it's just like the main defense I hear is like, oh, they're just making music. It's just for fun. Like the one thing that I was just thinking about the other day was like this podcast where Lil Yachty went up there with Joe Budden, and Joe Budden is like screaming at this nigga. He's like, yo, what are you doing? What is your purpose in hip hop? Like he's asking real questions. He ain't gonna have to be angry, but it's like
Yeah.
I saw where he was coming from because Lil Yachty, like at the time of that interview, was like this huge like influence in the community, especially the black community. He was talking about bullshit, like the same old bullshit, and,
Right.
and leading the youth on the wrong direction. And Joe Budden's like talking to him. He's just like, chill, bro. It's just music. Like, and people don't realize it's more than just music. Like, it's the culture. It's the main culture that black people have today. Because it's like where the fuck are we? Like, we're in fucking North America. Like, this is not it. Like, this is like fucking. And also, there was a interview that Juice WRLD did, or he met Young Thug. Juice WRLD met Young Thug, and he tells him, he's like, oh, you inspired me to try drugs for the first time. And as everyone knows, Juice WRLD passed away 2019 December, I think, from a drug overdose. So it was like, you know, like the influence is real and it's there, and they just don't realize it, dog. And it needs to be brought up to attention.
And I'm happy. I feel like in hip hop there is a shift, and there's more of a because hip hop changes with society. It's been a lot of protests. We gotta let it kick in. So it's been a lot of protesting. It's been a lot of things that's going on to where people are waking up and people want change and people are frustrated. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. They
hip
definitely
hop
tired of the same old shit.
That's what hip hop is going to change into. So pretty soon you can't get up here talking about stupid shit and get away with it. You know what I mean? You can't.
And you know why I love that? That means more competition, more legitimate competition.
Ain't no
Real
competition.
artists.
You nice though, bruh. You nice though, man. If you did have like a spare verse or something to kick a cappella or something like that, that would be fire. But it's no pressure.
Man,
It's no pressure.
Don't even.
It's no pressure or nothing. This is the Slave Podcast. Shout out to the Slave Podcast, man. Y'all like and subscribe, man. King Smith, man. King Smith about to do a legitimate. Yo, this is exclusive, man.
All right. Let's see this right here. I wrote this the day before yesterday, getting off work. You know, just off a whim. It's a acapella. All right. Return of the king, return of the Mac. I need at least 6 rings with my platinum plaques. I got a fat big dream, need 1,000,000 racks. It's like a fat kid thing. Cheese fall on my lap. The more I wrap circles around them, I hurt they accountant. Burning the fountain, fire flow, put holes in the mountain. Ice where I'm founded. Gotta roll the dice where I'm grounded. Lady luck so cold, but the growth is astounding. Wait, it's getting late. Need something on my plate. It's amazing cooking with the Ruger. Gets into the cake, staying smooth with the whip maneuver. Burning through the lane, stay the blade. If you rare, we could cut into the state. Oh, I'm too nasty. Tell them to get at me. The flame singer, the fire breather, the rap athlete. Won't pass me. Bug class, you can't catch me. My game savory, y'all venison, I'm packing. But honestly, the prophecy was written with no democracy. Hypocrisy, the monster seed. I stick to my philosophies and honor thee who honors me and fits within the modesty. I think that's missing like a bar, but you know.
Yo. King Smith Jericho, man. Family, man. I just want to give you your flowers while you here, bro. I appreciate this so much, man. You don't even understand, man. Slaves Podcast, man. I give a like if you want to give a shout out to anybody, shout out your album or anything like anything you got coming.
Definitely shout out Artifice the Visionary. Just dropped his project, Me and the Universe, on Spotify. Go check that shit out, please. Get my dude streams up. We'll be dropping more Dogma5 content coming soon. And yeah, just keep an eye out for greatness. Like I said, grindheadent.weebly.com for more music, artist profiles, podcasts, all that. And Instagram @KingSmith. The one is an I. Or the I is a one. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Slaves Podcast.
It's Slaves Podcast, baby. Yo, I appreciate this, bro. Hey, yo, and I'm gonna holler at you when I do hit when I do touchdown, bro. You know we hitting the stew.
Oh, yeah.
You know we hitting the stew. You know we hitting the stew, definitely. Kiss my goddaughter for me.
For word.
Kiss my goddaughter for me and tell her I love her. And yo, man, I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna holler at you later, man. Slaves Podcast, bro.
Hell yeah, why Doc? Take it easy, bro.
All right, signing out.